Billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
A poor man prayers,
every man bleeds.
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. Yeah, I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again.
Under the Fair Use Act, these videos are for information and educational purposes, and I do not own the rights to any of these videos that are shown. All rights reserved to the original content creators.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy SL550, and this is the Never Gonna Lose Again podcast, man. Yo, it's so much fraud going on in the government, and a lot of it is connected to the Democratic Party, but yet we're not seeing anybody get arrested, bruh. Like, it shouldn't be this much fraud, waste, and abuse and corruption and so much like traitorous activity going on, bro. At the end of the day, bro, yes, there's a two-party system right now. Got the Republicans, the Democrat, but at the end of the day, everybody is still all American and supposed to be fighting for the American people. So at some point, when do things become bipartisan and actually come together to actually, do what's right for the American people? And I say never, because a lot of them don't want that. They don't want what's best for the American people. I keep trying to tell you, bro, all of these Democrats, the only thing that they're fighting for is to be able to keep robbing you. That's it. Think about it. Everything they have done thus far has been literally to get federal dollars. And you wonder in your mind, why are they beasting so hard for a lot of these programs and things with USAID and so much more, bro? You finding out just imagine if Elon Musk and Doge didn't come in and do the job that they're doing. You wouldn't even know all of this fraud, waste, and abuse was even going on. Now you got all of these Somalians stealing money. You got finding out all of these senators stealing money, people defrauding on mortgages, all types of stuff, bro. You just see how much corruption is going on inside our government, man, and it's actually crazy. So today we're going to tap in with RJ Talks. He's going to go over what's going on in Minnesota. I think he got a timeline on when Americans supposed to be getting these $2,000 checks allegedly. And what else? Oh, he goes over the whole Comey and Letitia James situation with them, and we'll get into that. And then we're going to tap in with MattMorseTv. He's going to go over this whole ordeal with the Seditious the six congressmen and women who made that video alluding that Donald Trump is doing something illegal, but we know he's not. It's a fact. And he's going to show a bunch of videos of them getting on, television, trying to run for cover, for real. But anyway, before we start, man, make sure you like, share, comment, also subscribe to the channel. Help your boy get monetized. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy go live. So let's tap in with RJ Talks, see what's going on over here in Minnesota. Yo, bro, when you hear this stuff, you just gotta be like, come on, bro. It's getting out of control, bro. People, the only way, I want to say this, the only way things change in America, bro, is if people get held accountable, bro. Period. Right? So that means politicians got to go to jail on both sides. Whatever it be, whether it's from the Epstein shit, motherfuckers stealing, and all of these motherfuckers that it became legal citizens, right, through immigration, but you wasn't born here. You got a visa. You've been here X amount of years, and you became a citizen. Any corruption you got going on, you gotta go. That's how I'm on it. Same thing with the crime shit. Crime in most countries that don't have crime like we do here in America, they have insane laws. And you could call it extreme, you could call it what you want, but guess what? They don't have no crime. So it works. The only way crime goes down in America, bro, is if the penalties become harsher. That's it. You know what I mean? But with these Democrats, bro, they just, people getting set on fire, stabbed, all types of stuff, and they just letting them right out like it's nothing, man. But anyway, let's get into this first video with my guy, RJ Talks TV.
It's Monday, November 24th. President Trump terminating TPS protection for the giant community of Somali refugees living in Minneapolis, Minnesota, learning that members of this community have stolen billions in tax dollars and allegedly funneled it back to Al-Shabaab, the terror group. Trump saying billions are missing. It's over. Your visas hereby canceled. Send them back to where they came from. Also, just breaking, a federal judge dismissing both cases against former FBI Director James Comey and against New York AG Letitia James. Unfreaking believable. And the Trump administration announcing when those $2,000 stimmy checks will arrive. Get ready, they say, because the checks are coming.
Good evening. Breaking tonight, President Donald Trump posting on Truth Social that he will terminate the temporary protected status for Somalis in Minnesota.
Temporary deportation protections for Somalis living in Minnesota have been terminated. President Trump making the announcement on Truth Social last night, writing this: Minnesota, under Governor Tim Walz, is a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. I am, as president of the United States, hereby terminating effective immediately the temporary protective status, TPS, for Somalis in Minnesota. Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of that great state, and billions of dollars are missing. Send them back to where they came from. It is over. President DJT, and this coming after a lot of news recently continues to surface out of Minnesota. The state of Minnesota allegedly drowning in one giant, massive fraud scheme. Billions beyond billions of taxpayer dollars have been stolen during Governor Tim Walz's administration. And instead of investigating the fraud, Tim Walz has allegedly been covering it up. We always hear about California, about Illinois being these giant welfare states, providing free health care to illegals, free food stamps to illegals. Well, Minnesota, folks, it turns out, is in a world of its own, overseeing one of the largest welfare states in the country, and the legacy media failing to cover what's been happening, the fraud.
And why would they, bro? They not going to cover this shit, bro. Obviously we know why, bro. They all paid, bro. He gonna get to the Comey situation with him and Letitia James. It's all corruption, period. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see how, and it's crazy, bro, because people got TDS so much that they just don't want to see what's going on. At the end of the day, bro, it's our money. It's taxpayer money. You work hard. You pay taxes. And the fact that you're okay with these Democrats just giving it away to all of these illegal immigrants is crazy to me. And they're doing what they do. They come in here, they working, they getting in the government, they robbing us, and they sending it right back to their country, bro. You think that these people truly want to be Americans, bro? Fuck no. That's why, like, when people bring up the whole Islam thing, bro, the same way you have, extremists in every culture, pretty much, that's infiltrated America. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, bro. But it just so happens that certain people, they don't want to look at, bro. And when it comes to these Democrats, I'm just shocked at how much power it's looking like they have, bro, because every single week, bro, you hear nothing but fraud. Somebody stealing the black chick. I don't even know where she from. She just got caught stealing $5 million. She facing 53 years. Letitia James got caught some fraud with the mortgage. Comey, he in some shit. You know, all of these people are getting caught, but nobody's getting arrested. Nobody's going to trials, nothing. Meanwhile, when Trump was in office, a few of Trump's people went to prison. January 6th, people went to prison. They lock people up like it's no problem. Trump, he can't, I don't know what's up with him.
Allegedly being
People gotta
perpetrated
go
by
to jail.
members of the Minnesota massive Somali community. Federal counterterrorism sources confirming that billions of U.S. taxpayer dollars have been stolen and sent back to Somalia, where they ultimately landed into the hands of Al-Shabaab, the terror group. The City Journal breaking this story first a few days ago. Now, other outlets confirming the reporting that Minnesota taxpayer dollars are going far beyond their state borders. In fact, ending up around the world into the hands of Al-Shabaab.
A new, stunning report from the City Journal showing a massive fraud scheme in Minnesota. You have to hear about this. It involves false autism claims, the Somali community, and connections to a terror group.
Now, mind you, all of this has been fact-checked. This report is a fact. And Ilhan Omar and her people just get to hop on TV and say it's a revenge plot with Trump and just lie. And I guarantee you, bro, nothing happens to these people, bro. They're going to continue to keep being allowed to just rob us like it's nothing.
Let's explain over at the Walls. Now, it all revolves around Autism and HSS program. That is Minnesota's Medicaid Housing Stabilization Services. Now, this was created to help seniors, addicts, and others find housing, but the criteria to enter this program was incredibly loose and therefore easy to take advantage of. It's led to fraud and costs absolutely exploding. Just 5 years ago, in 2020, costs for this program were $2.6 million. 4 years later, by 2024, cost had been over $100 million, 104. Through the first 6 months of this year, costs are at $61 million, meaning if you double that over the entirety of the year, you're looking at $122 million. In 5 years, from $2 million to $122 million. Now, why? 6 people are accused of defrauding HSS, and they're members of the Somali community. But this just gets worse. If we take a look at Minnesota's federally funded autism program. Now, several people, and this is an example, a woman in the Somali community, are co-conspirators, and they're accused of recruiting kids for autism therapy. They brought in families, had them convinced to get their kids diagnosed as autistic. In fact, these families ultimately ended up having various social services bid for their children.
And we're not talking about a few bucks here. We're talking billions of dollars in our money, our taxpayer dollars. This is an Al-Qaeda link.
Like, bro, this doesn't make you mad as an American, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I be seeing little people and, you know, be talking their little shit, and they just be like, they just really think that we're not $38 trillion in debt and that we just got all of this money to just blow. Like, this is crazy. And then motherfuckers, this the funny part, is that these Democrats have been robbing niggas to the tunes of billions of dollars. Billions, bro. Billions. But yet people still are going to go and vote for these people, bro. They're still going to go vote for these people. These people, more than likely, nothing going to happen to them, right? So, but this is why I say, this is why they're so angry. Because they're mad that Trump is cutting off the money. Think about it. Every time you see Hakeem, Chuck Schumer, AOC, all of these people, all of they talk about, oh, we need to pass the what's the joint called? The subsidies, the Obamacare subsidies. They bitching about that. But this the thing, right? Trump said, how about we just give the money directly to the people? You have not heard one Democrat come out and say, Let's do that. Let's figure out a way so we can give it directly to the people that they claim they care about so much, right? This is what I'm saying. Trump always throw little traps out there, right? But for some reason, bro, it's just people be so much of a slave to the party on both sides that they don't want to accept certain things, bro. And the fact of the matter is, bro, these people just want to rob us. That money going $26 billion, that's just one operation. That's just one operation, bro. That's not even the foreign policies, all the bullshit aid that's going to all of these fucking fake problems in other countries that have nothing to do with America, but yet everybody claim to be America first. Bro, these people are far from America first, bro. All they care about is themselves individually. That's it. That's it. And this is why they work so good together, because they all eating. They all chewing off our tax money and didn't want to turn around and be bitching about affordability. That's hilarious to me, bro. Oh, Trump said he's going to lower the prices on day one. How about your faggot ass stop giving billions of dollars to bullshit programs that we know that you ain't doing nothing but funneling money through? That's why, bro, this shit be blowing my shit. I just don't be understanding what do you see? Like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing with all of this? Like, they think that, oh, Trump is just on a revenge tour. He's just going out there saying anything about anybody. Okay, bro. Elon Musk literally had all the information on Doge.com, all of these fake programs that they were funneling money through. And then it's not even, my whole thing is, bro, it's so much corruption. It's crazy, bro. You can't even fathom the amounts of money, bro, just within the last 5 years that have been just going in the thin air, bro. Didn't Gavin Newsom just have some shit? 20, what was it? I'm going to look it up. It was some crazy number. Don't even know where it went. It was like $24 billion or some shit. We don't know where it's at. Nigga, I know exactly where it's at. Nigga, it's in that back room, nigga. It's in that back room in that safe. These niggas is crazy, bro. Our government's so corrupt, bro. It's
Terror
out of
group,
control.
folks. One source saying the largest funder of al-Shabaab, it turns out, is the Minnesota taxpayer. So how exactly is this happening? How are they doing it? Well, look, the Somali community in Minnesota is huge. It's massive, home to the largest population of Somalis in the country, around 87,000 according to census data. And this community isn't like most. These people, they stick together. They're a very closely knit community and allegedly have been using fraudulent autism Medicare claims to fund al-Shabaab. Claims rising from 3 million in these autism claims back in 2018 to 400 million in 2023, effectively making Minnesota taxpayers the group's largest funders. In that same time frame, look at this, the Somali community went from having 41 autism centers to 328. Representative Ilhan Omar, who represents Minnesota, responding to this news, responding to the president by calling his rhetoric dangerous. What do you know? Watch.
In this country, we do not blame the lawlessness of an individual.
Man, shut the fuck up, you slutty bitch. I hate these bitches, bro. I hate all of them. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hate is a strong word, bro, but I truly hate these people, bro. Because number one, you don't even, bro. These people get on camera and be speaking in Somalian, whatever it is. Whatever, bro. I'm about to say some bullshit.
On a whole community.
Blowing my shit, bro.
What we also know is that there is not a single evidence that the president or his coonies have put forth that there are any single resource from taxpayers in Minnesota that has gone to aid and abet terrorism. That language is dangerous. That language puts the lives of Somalis not only in Minnesota, but across the country in danger. And if the president...
Do you notice that she only said that there is no money that's going to terrorists. That's what she said. But let's see if she skips over the money that they're accusing them of stealing. Let's see if they skip over that.
Believed that, and he had evidence, he would take people to court. So we are sick and tired of the president waking up one day and deciding to put forth falsehoods.
In fact, the Somali community has grown so much in Minneapolis that the police department there now is almost majority Somali represented. I believe it's around 46% now. 46% of the cops are from Somalia. Even the new deputy sheriff holding public service announcements in Somalian. And watch what he says, speaking clearly to the Somali community, not to Minneapolis writ large, but to his community, declaring...
Just think about how disrespectful that is to, as an American, is that this is my thing. Like, it's not wrong with you speaking your language, but you're in America, bro. Like, nobody has to learn Somalian, bro. Yo, bro, you can't make this shit up, bro.
We serve Somalis first, not Americans, Somalis, both here and in the homeland. Watch what he said.
markaan haddaan askarnahay Soomaaliyeed ininka ayna shaqeynaa habeenii maalmo ininka ayna taaganahay ma fahanteen horta sida ogtihiin ba wadankan anaga qaxootiyan nimaadnay askar Soomaaliya ma jirin marka hadda anaga markiina la haygareeyay waxay noqotay inaan dadkeena u shaqeyno dadkii dhaqankii ma fahmeynaa luqadii ma fahmeynaa culture-kii ma fahmeynaa marka qofka kale ma taqaana ajnabiga abadaanka iyo anaga waa kala duwanahay because qofkii gaabkii waxa we build that bridge kaas ma fahantay marka insha Allah waa mahadsantiin again ogaada askari kasta oo Soomaaliya dalka iyo dawladaba inuu inii shaqeeyaa habeenkii marka hurudaan iyo marka ma taqaana achievetaanba ininka inii taaganahay oo
pretty unnerving. Even the mayor of Minneapolis 2 weeks ago made his victory speech in Somalian, speaking to the city of Minneapolis, not in English but in Somalian. That just happened 2 weeks ago.
These niggas in the headline.
Maaga wa Jacob Fry, Dolka Magalada, Minneapolis. Damaan Sha'abka Somaliyeed, Kayamid, Mogadishu.
Let me know if you agree with the...
Yo, bro, you can't make this shit up, bro. This nigga starts... Oh, my God, bro. We're fucked. We're all the way fucked. And my whole thing is this, these people, how these people coming here as refugees, right? And I don't know, bro. Because everybody be, oh, America's made it, bro. But all that shit, bro, it's a new day. It is what it is, bro. Yo, the shit that goes on here in America, bro, will not go on anywhere else, bro. Facts. Facts. 20 million Americans can't go to Russia, China, India, any country, Asia, anywhere. Just not. They're not letting you do that. They're not letting you infiltrate their culture. You know what I mean? Like, America is the only, and mind you, it's multicultural here, but it's getting to the point where it's like, Minnesota is basically Somalian, bro. Even Tim Walz was, you might as well say he was Somalian, a white Somalian. You know what I mean? You got parts of the country just turning into whole little small countries. You know what I mean? And these people... Bro, listen, bro, I get it. If I was them, I would be doing the same shit. I would be robbing America, and I'd be sending it back to my people. I would do the same thing. I'm not even mad at them, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that you got all of these, you know, these fake politicians claiming to be Americans and being America first, but everything that they're doing, bro, is literally just the opposite. Like, when I showed that chart showing that the social, like welfare and all the SNAP benefits and all that stuff, how U.S.-born citizens is getting less than legal immigrants, meaning people like them, these refugees that came here and probably got their citizenship by now, and illegal immigrants. To me, that's insane. That's insane, bro. That's insane, bro. Bro, you can't make it up, bro.
President, is this the time to end TPS protective status and send in ICE, deploy immigration and customs enforcement, check visas, make sure everything's up to snuff out there? Or is this much to do about nothing?
Bro,
Personally,
you know
I think...
though. But this the thing though with that, because bro, they had 4 years under Biden to basically get what they wanted. You think all of these people don't have official documentation and all of that yet? Fuck, man, you know they do. They got Ilhan Omar in Congress. You know she made sure all her people were straight. Like, you know all of their documentation is good, bro.
Any fraud like this needs to be ended immediately. This is the kind of thing that Doge was there to find and to rid out. We're $38 trillion in debt. We have a $2 trillion a year deficit. We cannot afford this kind of crap. Fake autism claims paid for by taxpayers. It's ridiculous. Federal judge dismisses cases against James Comey and Letitia James after finding the prosecutor who brought the case was not lawfully appointed. What do you know? How does this seem to always freaking happen? These people never, it seems, are held accountable. And before we look at that, a quick message from our friends over at Black Forest Supplements. This powder does 3 things that they will charge you for you. U.S. District Court Judge Cameron Curry, nominated by President Bill Clinton back in '94, so sitting on the bench all this time, what is that, 30 years now, 31 years, just ordered the criminal charges against James Comey and against New York AG Letitia James to be dismissed this morning. The judge, Judge Curry, ruling U.S. Interim Attorney Lindsay Halligan, that's Trump's hand-picked U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District, the judge says was unlawfully appointed to her role and is unqualified to pursue these indictments. Unfreaking believable.
I'm grateful that the court ended the case against me, which was a prosecution based on malevolence and incompetence, and a reflection of what the Department of Justice has become under Donald Trump, which is heartbreaking.
Make this shit up, bro.
But I was also inspired by the example of the career people who refused to be part of this travesty. It cost some of them their jobs, which is painful, but it preserved their integrity, which is beyond price. And I know they will serve again. I was very lucky that some of the best lawyers in America stepped forward to represent me. I hope they serve as an example to more and more lawyers, especially at some of the big firms, to participate in protecting our liberty, protecting the rule of law. And my family and friends were always with me, and luckily for me, include some of those great lawyers.
Straight clown.
This case mattered to me personally, obviously, but it matters most because a message has to be sent that the President of the United States cannot use the Department of Justice to target his political enemies. I don't care what your politics are, you have to see that as fundamentally un-American and a threat to the rule of law that keeps all of us free.
So it's good.
Bro, they only went after this nigga for 8 straight years, bro. A whole decade, bro. A whole decade, bro. When this nigga got out of office in 2020, bro, in 2021, they literally threw everything at this nigga, talking about, oh, we can't use the DOJ to go against your political opponent. Yo, if I was Trump, no cap, bro. Yo, I would get ruthless, bro. I would kill a filibuster. I would do everything. Yo, you can't let these people back in power, bro. We're done. I promise you. I'll be one of them niggas that be like, yo, I'm moving out of the country. I'm out, bro. I'm going to fucking Finland or some shit, some crazy shit. Sweden. This shit getting out of control in America, bro. For real. I don't see what people don't see, man. But they right, though. RJ right. You don't see nothing happen to these people. You see a bunch of allegations, you know, proof of corruption, fraud, whatever. None happens. They find a way to find a judge somewhere in America to fucking dismiss some shit or throw some shit against Trump when he trying to do something. I give it to him, bro. They definitely got a strong foot in the game, man. This joint crazy. I think the only way Trump really gets his agenda across is killing the filibuster, to be honest with you.
What's going to happen next is the DOJ, they're going to appeal this ruling. They're going to ask for it to be halted. But Comey's lawyers, they're already seeking to have the indictment tossed on numerous other legal grounds, including vindictive and selective prosecution. How is it that these people never get held accountable, either they're very good at breaking the law, or Trump and Republicans are just super bad at seeking revenge. Let me know what you think. Either way, it's getting a bit ridiculous. 10 months in, and still not one person arrested. Bro. No one perp walked for any of these shenanigans they pulled these last 10 years. Think about that. Trump controls the entire government right now. We got our people in these cabinet seats.
And that's also because Pam Bondi ass, bro. I don't give a fuck what Trump be talking about, bro. For real. Let's move on from this. Let's get into this next joint with my guy, MattMorseTv. Shout out to him. Make sure y'all go tap in with motherfucking RJ Talks TV. Definitely dope content creator. Same as Matt Morris. Yo, I paused my bull. Crazy. He look crazy right there. Yo, but, bro, he right, though, bro. These people don't get held accountable for shit, bro. So it looks crazy. You know what I mean? Like, if they get away with this. Now, mind you, I don't know how that works when it comes to criminal appeals it, but to what court? Was that appellate court? Or I don't think nothing like that goes up to the Supreme Court at all. Nah. So who knows what's gonna happen on that appeal? But I don't know, bro. But all I know is, bro, it's definitely a lot of corruption going on for sure, bro. And I'm pretty sure it's on the Republican side too, for sure. Like, yo, they got it. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. The only way the government is ever gonna get back to, well, I'm not gonna say get back. We'll get to like normalcy at some point, probably within the next 20 years, is if they take money out of it. If you take lobbying out, being able to give money to politicians, that's the only way, bro. As long as you're able to pay politicians, bro, it's going to be corruption in the government, period. Because you're just going to put in people that you know is going to do your bidding. That's it. That's what made, the government as corrupt as it is, because they literally get paid to be in the seats that they're in, pretty much. Most of them. So unless they take money out of it, then this is going to continue forever, bro. Be honest. Because listen, bro, money compromises most people, bro, because they're weak to money. You know what I mean? Money is, everybody like money, but you got people that will literally kill their own mother for some money. Like, you got people that have no heart when it comes to money. Like, money isn't the root of all evil. It's the love of the money. And some people love money too much. But they got to take that out of government, bro. That, also being able to trade and all of that stuff, that's the only way, bro. A person that is anybody that runs for office and any, senator or whatever, they should be able to get into that seat and their money should come from the taxpayer, and that's it. They shouldn't be able to allow to do anything else. You're supposed to serve the people. How can you serve the people when you're getting money from, 60 different people who all obviously are giving you money? What do you think? People are giving out thousands of dollars for nothing? No. They have interest in you being in them seats. Period. So it's common sense. I mean, it's not like I'm saying something that's, new. Anyway, let's get into this next joint.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name is Matt Morse. I am your host. Right now, we are live on YouTube at MattMorseTv, as well as on Rumble at MattMorseTv. Ladies and gentlemen, today we actually have some absolutely massive news, some massive information pertaining to the ongoing situation with the Seditious Six, is what everybody is calling them right now. The Seditious Six. This is this collective of 6 different Democrat congressional representatives, 2 in the Senate and 4 in the U.S. House of Representatives, who about 4 or 5 days ago now, maybe 6, doesn't matter, actively pushed for members of the U.S. military and members in the intelligence community to undermine President Trump's executive authority, really his authority as the commander-in-chief, and to disobey orders if they thought they were unlawful.
A little bit.
They didn't actually clarify what those are. Here, we're going to talk about why this is completely bogus and ridiculous. First off, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know, who are the members of the Seditious Six? Who are we talking about exactly? We are talking about Democrat Senator Elissa Slotkin Democrat Senator Mark Kelly. Some people thought that my head looked a little bit like Mark Kelly's head. I'm not wearing a hat today. I'm Matt without a hat. You might notice I do have a little bit of hair. Everybody, I look in the live chat, everybody is freaking out about it. I do have a little bit more than Mark Kelly at least. We have Democrat Representative Chris DeLuzio. We have Representative Maggie Goodlander. We have Representative Chrissy Houlihan. And finally, the final member of the Seditious Six, as everybody is calling them, Representative.
So we're going to get into this and, talk about it as the video go. But I just wanted to say real quick, because I played this because he broke this shit down real good and played videos of them, after this, now it's big. But I wanted to say something because I don't think he brought this up. But the reason, you got to understand something, bro. These people play politics, and that's it. They don't care about you. They don't care about the Epstein victims with this whole Epstein situation. They don't care about any of that, bro. All they care about is doing the bidding of their people that they're funded by, but also doing their best to try to make Trump look bad any way they can, right? And the one thing Trump needs to stop doing is he needs to stop. Bro, you don't gotta tweet about every single thing somebody says. You know what I mean? And I think that's where he goes wrong sometimes. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This whole thing all of a sudden came up, and now it's on every news cycle, right? Right after these Epstein files dropped, everybody was beasting. Oh, we need the Epstein files. We need them right now. Drop them today. Everybody's talking about it, bitching about it. Trump's in the Epstein files. And all that's in the Epstein files so far, from I've seen many of people, is all Democrats. Now that they don't have nothing with the Epstein thing, because they never really wanted it to come out. Let's be honest. It was all fake. They was really hoping that it didn't come out. You know what I mean? And that whole Epstein thing coming out, everybody's getting rocked on the Democratic side with this whole Epstein shit, right? From Hakeem, Jasmine Crockett, Stacey Placid. So now all of a sudden they make this little bogus video. It's a bogus video. It has nothing to do with nothing. Trump didn't break any laws. So to make the video insinuating that the military, you should not follow, illegal orders. They play on words, bro. That's it. They knew Trump was going to say a bunch of wild shit, and they was hoping for it, so they could get on the news. Oh, he said he was going to hang us. Shut the fuck up. But all they're doing is trying to control the news cycle. That's it. Because they don't want to talk about Stacey Placid texting Jeffrey Epstein during, that whole hearing with Trump's former attorney. They don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? They don't want to talk about Jasmine Crockett blatantly lying, saying that Lee Zeldin and other people took money from Jeffrey Epstein, knowing that she was insinuating the pedophile, but she knew it was the doctor. The information is already out there. She knew it was the doctor, but she still put it out there because she's allowed to lie on the House floor. Bro, these people play politics, bro. They do it good. I give it to them, bro. I'm not even hating on that. They're good at what they do. And all they want to do is control the news cycle and make everything about Trump. You notice everything, everybody, Trump's in the Epstein file. Oh, Epstein. Everybody bitching about Epstein. Fuck Epstein. He's dead. It's gone. It's over. We feel bad for the victims, but just be honest, these people don't care about them victims, dog. You never hear them talk about the victims. All you hear them talk about is Trump, whether Trump is in the Epstein file. Well, if he was in there, then we got to figure out whether he was cozying up with it. Then come to find out all of these Democrats is on there, right? So now they're getting exposed. Everybody's dropping videos about Stacey Placid texting them and all of this stuff, with Hakeem getting money from them and meeting them to get money or whatever the case may be. Now this story all around the news. So it's just one thing after another, bro. It's all politics, bro. It's stupid. People need to go to jail, though. That's all I care about. Motherfuckers need
Democrat
to go to jail.
Representative Jason Crow. Now,
I want to see,
ladies and gentlemen, like I said,
arrest.
President Trump, it seems as if he has identified, he's fixated on one charge specifically to charge these individuals with. And I want to show you what that is. Now, first off, let's talk about Glenn. I think everybody knows who Glenn Beck is. Glenn Beck, the other day, yesterday afternoon, in fact, he posted this on Twitter. This is from Glenn Beck. He said, "This is the law Donald Trump is looking for. 18 USC 2387, activities affecting armed forces general. This statute makes it a federal crime to do any of the following with the intent to interfere with U.S. military operations. 1, advise, urge, or attempt to cause insubordination. Disloyalty. Mutiny. Refusal of duty."
You could stop right there. You could just stop right there. That law is everything they did in that video. Bro, he's going to show all of this. But even before everybody started breaking this whole situation down, when they dropped the video, it's a bullshit video. Like, it's not going to do nothing. It's not like people in the military going to be like, oh my God, we have to listen to these 6 losers talk about how we shouldn't follow Donald Trump if he says anything illegal. Like, it was a bogus video. It's just the fact that you even, listen, at the end of the day, this is how I look at things. No matter what, if you're Republican or Democrat, you're still American. You're still in our government. You still are supposed to be, be America first. Tell me how that video is America first. You're literally going against the president of the United States. I don't care what they say. Oh, he's a Nazi. He's this. They say a bunch of shit that Trump is not, bro. Don't nobody believe none of that shit. That's why they voted for Donald Trump. Overwhelmingly, won every state, all that shit. So we know that's not true. Most of Americans voted for Trump and like what Trump is doing. So we know that's not it. They just wanted to rile Trump up, and it works because he's definitely always going to tweet some shit. But, bro, this is definitely some traitor. Like, it's definitely on some traitor shit, bro. Like, come on, bro. I don't care how you try to slice it.
Okay, I'll stop. You get the point. Among members of the U.S. military. Like 2, obstruct or attempt to obstruct recruitment, enlistment, or general military operations. 3, distribute written materials advocating for any of the above. So, ladies and gentlemen of the audience here, my fellow American patriots, does it seem like, I mean, we've all seen the video. I feel I don't need to keep on playing the video. Yeah. We have all seen it. We all know what they said. Everybody's been talking about this for 4 or 5 days now. Does it seem like what these members of the Seditious 6 said, what they said in this video, does it seem like it's in violation of 18 USC 2387? Yeah, I would suppose so. I'm not a legal expert. I'm not an expert in criminology. I don't know, but yeah, it sure seems so. And so I took notice to something on Truth Social earlier today, just a couple hours ago, in fact. President Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, took a screenshot of what Glenn Beck said of this entire rigmarole. President Trump took this and he posted it himself on Truth Social. And so you can bet your behind, if President Trump, if he found this, maybe Glenn Beck passed it off to him personally. I think they talked to each other probably. President Trump got a hold of this somehow. He posted it on Truth Social in front of all the millions of people that follow him. Is this maybe a situation of the term people use is called soft disclosure? It's a little bit of a, hey, look what's coming. Hey, soft disclosure. Hey, look what's coming.
Yo, on some real shit, bro. Yo, the reason why nothing is happening, bro, is because Pam Bondi, bro. Listen, bro, fuck the bullshit. Pam Bondi trash, bro. I wish Matt Gaetz would have been in her position, bro. Matt Gaetz would have been so much better in her position, bro. he was so much more serious, bro. She is not serious, bro. I just think she just, I don't know, likes being on camera or some shit. She ain't doing nothing. Pam Bondi is a joke. And until I see her do something that actually counts, bro, I don't want to hear shit. She got
through the pipeline now. We are kind of focusing in. We're setting our sights on you, figuratively speaking, of course. President Trump appears to suggest Senate and House Democrats, of course, violated 18 U.S.C. 2387. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's
Sounds
keep
like it to
going
me.
on here. Because like I said, almost all, I think all 6 of them, I think we've got footage from all 6 of them, members of the Seditious Six, they are panicking. They are freaking out, rightfully so. They should be panicking. They should be freaking out. If I was one of these members of the Seditious Six, I never would be, but God forbid. Yeah, I mean, I'd be losing my marbles a little bit right now because, yeah, you have overstepped the bounds. You've made a colossal, traitorous, seditious mistake. Some people are using the word insurrection. Dare I use that word? I think most people are using the word sedition right now. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start taking a look at the statements from these members of the Seditious Six, I need to tell you something. Something we already know right now. The U.S. Department of Justice and the U.S. military courts, they have their own kind of internal legal system, in the military. Both Department of Justice and the U.S. military courts, right this very moment, we know for a fact, are looking into this entire case. There is an investigation right now. They are being investigated. And I'll tell you what, I saw somebody in the live chat ask, I think it's worth mentioning, this is a key component here.
I don't mean shit.
What is the penalty? What is the criminal penalty? What happens if you are found guilty of violating 18 U.S.C. 23?
Death.
387. Well, I did some research into this. Up to 10 years in federal prison. 10 years. Federal prison. Up to a $250,000 fine, $250,000, or both. Could be both. Could be this, could be that. Up to this, up to that. What? Listen. Let's see what they've got to say. Let it play.
It does imply that the president is having illegal orders, which you have not seen.
Just pay attention to what they say. That's it.
I think for us, it was just a statement widely, right? We say very quickly and to all the folks who come to us, this is the process. Go to your JAG officer, ask them for explanation, for top cover, for their view on things.
Understand, nobody came to her about nothing. She's lying.
We do that on a case-by-case basis, but we wanted to speak directly to the volumes of people who had come to us on this.
And it is very clear that no one should follow an illegal order. But it's very murky when you look at what is an illegal order. And if you go into morally, ethically, that's a pretty tough thing to look at and say, how do I navigate this?
Look, if you're going back to Nuremberg, right, they told me to do it, that's why I murdered people, is not an excuse. If you look at popular culture.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Yo, bro, you can't make this
okay,
up,
we're going to talk about that here in a minute.
There's you watch, A Few Good Men. We have plenty of examples since World War II in Vietnam where people were told to follow illegal.
Bro, we're talking about 2025 right now. What has Donald J. Trump done that gives you the right to make a video insinuating that military personnel should not follow illegal orders? You're insinuating that Donald Trump is giving illegal orders.
And they did it, and they were prosecuted for it. So the best thing for people to do is go to their JAG officer, their local law enforcement or a legal officer in their unit, and ask for some explanation, ask for help. And that's what we've been advising people to do.
To be very clear, she was just explicitly asked, so do you have any examples of illegal orders that President Trump is giving? No. Well, no, but we just want people to be aware of it. Go ask their superior officer. And by the way, keep in mind the Nuremberg trials where the Nazis, they tried to use this defense. Well, Hitler told me to do it.
This is crazy.
As if that is in any way whatsoever comparable or analogous to anything President Trump is doing. This woman is a master of lies. She is a speaker of lies. She is spreading propaganda. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's trying to incept this idea into the minds of young, perhaps impressionable members of the U.S. military. Keep in mind, we've got 18, 19, 20-year-old young Americans in the military right now, active duty, that are also simultaneously in key sensitive positions. And what she wants to do as a senior ranking member of the U.S. federal government, she's a sitting senator, for God's sake, she is trying to incept this idea into the mind of these young military personnel that, wow, maybe I should question everything President Trump does. Maybe I should not respect his authority as the commander-in-chief. Maybe I shouldn't do what he says. Maybe this, maybe that.
Bro, what people got to understand too, bro, these people aren't dumb. Don't get it fucked up. And they may do dumb shit. And like this video, it's dumb, but they're not dumb. These people are intelligent. They're not stupid. They do things with they already know, you know, how they're going to cover. They're going to say, well, we said don't break illegal orders. We never said that. They know what they're doing, bro. These people, I'll give it to them, bro. They're very good.
This woman is disgusting that she would even bring up the freaking Nuremberg trials.
Yeah, why they keep doing that? They keep bringing up Nazi shit, bro. Trump didn't kill 17 million people, bro. Like, to even insinuate that Trump is anywhere near Hitler at all, any of them, is crazy. It's insane. And the fact that they keep even hitting at any of that type of shit is crazy, bro.
Honestly, I had not played this clip before listening to it now with you folks on the live show. I am shocked that she said that. She knows what she's doing. This is insane. This is insanity. We've got another clip from her.
So let's talk right now. Do you believe President Trump has issued any illegal orders?
To my knowledge, I am not aware of things that are illegal, but certainly there are some legal gymnastics that are going on with these Caribbean strikes.
She said,
and everything related.
She said, I'm not aware of anything that's illegal.
Venezuela.
Oh my good God. So to my knowledge, there's nothing that is illegal that he has done, but maybe there's something going on with these Caribbean strikes where we are. So just to be clear, she has a problem with blowing up narco trafficking boats in the Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela as they are.
Bro, that's because they just, listen, bro. They want, just think about how much these people truly care about you. I keep saying it, bro. 20 million. All right, let's go to the low end. 10 million. Doesn't even 5 million illegal immigrants just let in the country. I'm talking about like come on in. It's nothing. Goes to show you how much they care about you. They don't care. And just think, bro, Trump is, hitting these boats and shit like that with the drugs. They wasn't doing that. They wasn't doing any of that. So just imagine how much drugs came over that border between all the illegal immigrants coming in, because they wasn't coming in empty-handed. They wasn't. What? That was the cartel probably made so much money. I'm talking about probably billions. But with the whole illegal immigration thing. Bro, I don't. It's actually crazy, bro. When you learn this stuff and you actually go through this stuff, it's actually insane. It's actually so insane, bro. The things that they're doing. And then they're just letting, criminals out like it's nothing. No cash bills. Oh, man. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild to be
literally
in
in
America.
the action of trafficking illicit, dangerous, deadly narcotics from the Venezuelan mainland up across the Gulf of America into the United States. She has a problem with that.
They got
JD
a problem
Vance
with
chimes
anything that has to do with.
And by the way,
following
to be
law.
clear, once again, she doesn't even know. She's just like, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. She doesn't even know. And then she also, once again, I'm sorry, I can't get over this. She brings up the Nuremberg trials. Woman, you are out of your damn mind. You have a screw loose, but you know what she does? She doesn't. She doesn't. She's not crazy. She's not insane. She is deliberately doing this. She's not saying this stuff because she's stupid. She's not saying another one. We've got another one. This is Representative Jason Crow. Here he is down here in the bottom right. Brutal. Moments ago at CBS, Jason Crow, who demanded the troops rebel against President Trump, he gave his statement. Take a look at what he had to say.
Let's get to the content of what you had in that video you released, because there are also 15 House Republicans who are also veterans who released a video, including a retired 3-star Marine Corps General, Jack Bergman. Take a listen to this.
Uh-oh.
Troops, listen up. Any service member who refuses a lawful order is subject to court-martial for violating the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
We study what's lawful and what's not lawful, and the Democrats stunt insinuating that they're illegal or unconstitutional orders. It's downright dangerous.
It is corrosive.
Oh, yeah.
It is meant to weaken our country and weaken the military.
Facts.
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
That's a you just made me think about that. That's another thing that they was doing, which is super crazy. Like all of the LGBTQ and transgender stuff that was going on in the military. Come on, bro. Come on. If I'm China, listen, keep it a bean. If Kamala Harris would have been the president of the United States of America, my nigga, they was coming. They was ready to come. Whether it was China and Russia and North Korea, they was ready to come. I'm telling you. I guarantee you, shit would have got goofy if Kamala was president. That's what's scary, bro. Because listen, bro, America has enemies just like every other country. So all of these countries, they got nukes, they got missiles, they got all types of shit. And the same way America has allies, China has allies. Russia has allies. North Korea, I believe all of them are allies. They have allies, bro. It's only a matter, it's like, that's what's scary, bro, because China has so much influence in America, right? So on the business side of things, it's like, it could be a good thing if you actually have some type of alliance. But if we're enemies, right, then you really can't trust a lot of things that they do. You know what I mean? Like being here. And then you got the Democrats who are just letting people bro, you in the military. You got generals wearing dresses. Cooked. Telling you.
How do you respond to these allegations from your colleagues, fellow veterans, that what you have put out there is weakening and corrosive to the military?
Well, these unfortunately are some of Trump's core supporters that are rallying behind the president, and they know better.
Why do they always sound like this? Why? It's something about being on the left. Well, President Trump is actually a fascist. Why do they always sound like that? Have you noticed? Anyway, I'm sorry.
They know exactly the difference between lawful versus unlawful. We were very clear in the video that what we're talking about is unlawful orders. You have the president's spokesperson going.
Hold on, my bad for cutting it off again. But the fact, this is what I'm saying. Even ABC hosts, this is what Face the Nation, CBS, even they are asking, well, what has Donald Trump done that is illegal? Because they know that the video insinuates that Donald Trump is doing things that are illegal. So at the end of the day, that just proves everything that everybody is already saying about the video that they made. You're a traitor to your country, my guy.
Into a press conference this past week and saying that we called for people to disobey lawful orders. They're simply lying because the truth is unacceptable to them. It's unacceptable. Snake. We wanted to start a conversation, and we did, about the dangerous rhetoric this president is using and the threats that he's made to use our military in an unlawful way.
Specifically what?
Well, send troops into Chicago, send troops into polling stations, kill terrorists' families, arrest and execute members of Congress.
Bro.
Has President Trump arrested or executed members of Congress? No. Well, actually, there has been one member of Congress that assaulted an ICE officer outside the Chicago, Illinois. No, it was the New Jersey ICE facility. She got arrested because she assaulted a federal officer. So that happened. Maybe she shouldn't have assaulted a federal. Is President Trump blowing up people's families? When did that happen? When exactly did that happen?
See, they don't care though, because they know most of the people don't know these things, and they just play on people's emotions. So they say these things. Oh, he's doing what? Donald Trump is a bad man, not the orange man. Yo, it's actually so crazy to me, bro, how much people genuinely hate Donald Trump. I think it's actually kind of gay. You know, I think it's kind of gay. I'm just being honest. And everybody, oh, you're saying gay. Oh my God, that's a bad word. It's kind of gay. I'm just being honest with you. Like, y'all got to get off Donald Trump's nuts. Like, God damn. They be on his nut set, boy. God damn it, man. It's actually crazy. Everything is crazy. That's why I say it so much. Because it's crazy. These people are demons, though, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. Straight demons.
Is he talking about blowing up narco trafficking boats while they are literally in the act of trafficking narcotics into the United States? Yeah, we're blowing those up. You're just going to have to deal with that, dude.
They just be lying.
He
bro.
says President Trump has dangerous
so much.
rhetoric. You want to talk about dangerous rhetoric? There is a term. It is called stochastic terrorism. Do you folks know what that is? Stochastic terrorism is when you engage in a highly inflammatory, bombastic type of rhetoric that is designed intentionally to invoke and incite violence. So, for example, let's walk through this. If you say, in theory, President Trump is a fascist Nazi and we need to stop him at all costs, whatever the cost, that falls under the purview.
And they did that on every news station. Oh, shit. I just got to chill. Every news station, every single day, like for months, if not years, bro. They've been calling this dude a Nazi, a fascist, all of this dumb shit. And people, what do you think people are going to do, bro? If you tell Americans who are, you know, probably a little loony, right, that this dude is a threat to America and he needs to be stopped at all costs, it's going to be somebody that's going to take that serious. Obviously, we have seen it. Like, come on, bro. They talk, it's so funny, bro, because everything that they do is just projection. It's literally projection. And then they'll say that. They'll be like, it's just projection. So it's just, this politics shit it's corny at this point. It's so corny, bro. I just want to see people go to jail for all the fraud and shit, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, Martian, I don't care. You got to go to jail. People need to start going to jail, bro. I want to see people take that good old walk. The good old boy walk. I want to get into this next video, though. Let me see. Hold on. But do you have more of that? Let me see.
They accuse us of doing exactly what they themselves do. So it is called projection of the highest caliber. Now, President Trump has issued two, also earlier today. Can I get these right here in the middle? Maybe it's better if I do this. President Trump issued two other statements about this entire dynamic on Truth Social earlier today, similarly. The first one on the left, he says, the traitors that told the military to disobey my orders should be in jail right now, not roaming the fake news networks trying to explain that what they said was okay. It wasn't, and it never will be. It was sedition at the highest level, and sedition is a major crime. Big time. There can be no other interpretation of what they said. Now, Viva Frey has just hosted me on Rumble. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. We are talking today about the Seditious Six. If you are new to the show, welcome. Go check out Viva Frey. Make sure to follow, subscribe over there and over here. Today, we're breaking down the Seditious Six. Everybody, shout out Rumble, shout out YouTube. President Trump then went on to say, many great legal scholars agree that the Democrat traitors that told the military to disobey my orders as president have committed a crime of very serious proportion. Absolutely.
Yo, Rodri. Yo, your name is crazy. Well, what's up, man? Welcome back, man. 100% projection. Facts. I'm going to just call you Ruah. Ruah. That's all they do. It's projection, bro. Like, just think about it. If you break down literally everything, the no kings, right? Oh, Donald Trump wants to be a dictator. That's what they want to be. They literally were going to kill a filibuster. If it wasn't for 2 Democrats that stopped it, they would have killed the filibuster, and they would have packed the Supreme Court, did all of that extra shit, and they would have had ultimate power, especially letting in all them illegal immigrants. Like, it was a wrap after that. Let's be honest. So it's just things. It's just so much things that they do, you know. And look at the whole Epstein thing. That was projection. You know, Donald Trump is in the Epstein file. They just want to associate Donald Trump with anything negative, and it's smart. You know, from their point of view, I put myself in their shoes. I get it. I get why they're doing what they're doing, and I'm not even mad at that. I'm just mad that, you know, how many times are we going to see, oh, there's an indictment, oh, you know, when are people going to trial? I want to see trials. I want to see convictions. Because when Trump people, Steve Bannon went to jail. What's the other bull? Couple people in Trump's world went to jail, bro. So I don't know what type of power that they got when Joe Biden was in office, but people went to jail. So I want to see these people go to jail, man. I want to see people get deported because they don't deserve to be here. Especially you stealing our money. We $38 trillion in debt. But think about it. Like I said, if I was them, I would do the same thing. I'm not American. I fake like I'm an American. I'm not really an American. I don't care about you people. I hate you people. But I'm going to smile in your face. I'm going to say I love you. I'm an American. You helped me. I was a refugee. You saved me, right? And then I'm going to do everything I can to line this shit up. Get this bag, send it back to the crib, stack the weapons, get ready. For what? For war. These people, we're in a war right now, for sure. For sure. And domestically, bro. It's a lot. I feel like, honestly, it's more shit that we need to worry about here in America than Russia, Ukraine, man, let them figure that shit out on their own, bro. I'm like, that's how I would be. I'd be like, look, bro, Zelensky, you gotta go. Every time you come here, my nigga, you want some money. I ain't got nothing for you, bro. You coming like a fiend. You coming like a panhandler. We ain't got nothing for you, bro. Go, I mean, send him on his way. Let Putin do what he gotta do over there. You know what I mean? Or we just take it, man. Matter of fact, let's just take all of, you know, Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? They could still be Ukraine and all that shit. We just knock his shit off. Get him out the way. He in the way.
This user on Twitter, he says, Trump is making sure the public understands the severity of what the Democrats just did with that seditious video. Trump would be fully within his executive authority to arrest the seditious six. Hey,
yo, this word seditious is like stuck in my fucking head now, bro. I've been hearing this shit all fucking day, bro.
Anyone who else was involved. Perhaps a little bit of a soft disclosure. Once again, do you think this year? These posts we just looked at, a little bit of a soft disclosure. Yeah, I think so. And by the way, you know, this is actually a great idea. I wasn't even thinking about this. Great idea, though, is that, you know, the people involved in putting together this video compilation, attention U.S. military, if Trump is doing this, then, you know the video, they've got script writers, they've got video editors, they've got staff members, they've got producers who maybe, you know, who knows who is above them that told all of them to say this, who gave them the script, who wrote that script, who paid for the script, who paid for the video to be produced?
Soros.
Videos don't just manifest themselves into reality on their own. You've got to script it. You've got to write it. You've got to edit it. Somebody.
And you see the difference, right? Now, the Republican video was a little shorter for sure. But, like, they was kind of like, you could tell they was kind of like just, it wasn't like a scripted thing. You know what I mean? All was kind of saying different things. They literally was back to back saying the same shit. Don't follow illegal orders, right? These people crazy, bro.
He's got to pay for it all. I know because I write videos all day. I do it every day.
You got another one. Hold on.
And so, Yeah, you know what? We might be talking about more people being involved in this than just these 6 members of Congress.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They've got an entire editorial production staff, who knows, that are also involved in this, presumably so.
Bro, we know that they listen. Fuck the people that help. We know people that help hold the camera and all that shit. There, like, even when, bro, it's not a coincidence that I showed the compilation of all the news stations literally saying verbatim the same exact thing. So they get these memos from, you know, probably the Soros family or whatever foundation, whoever, you know, people like that. That's in their pocket. That's paying them. That's why I said, bro, they got to get the only way this stuff just dies out, bro. Got to take the money out.
So President Trump is going off, and you know it, rightfully so. Now we hear from Representative Maggie Goodlander, who is also a member of the Seditious Six. Where's our woman, Maggie? Maggie Goodlander on the bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to say about your conduct, Mrs. Goodlander?
What illegal orders are you urging troops to refuse?
Hold on. You notice they all asked this question.
What do you hope they take away from your message?
Alex, we love this country. We love our Constitution. It is our job as lawmakers, and especially in this moment, to be clear morally, to be clear legally, and simply and clearly stating what the law says, what the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
Her motherfucking throat dries. I don't know what I'm going to say next, but I know it's got nothing to do with the question that was asked.
It's not a crime. It is not treason. It is not sedition. It is our job.
It's treason for sure.
And I think it's really important that we do our jobs in this moment.
Oh my God. So, you know, shout out to MattMorseTv. I'm not going to play this whole video. Shout out to him though, bro. Putting this shit together. If you want to check out the whole entire video, go to MattMorseTv. Give him a follow also and check that video out. But, bro, these people are corrupt, bro. Every one of them was asked the same question pretty much, and they all dodged the question and said a bunch of nothing. That had nothing to do with the question because they know that they don't have anything to say when it comes down to it. Trump did nothing illegal. Even everything that they, you know, even all, you know, the Supreme Court coming back with these rulings, overturning pretty much every single thing that, every single roadblock that these Democrats put in his way, the Supreme Court is overruling it. That's why I say he went in everything. But it's just so much, it's just so crazy how much, like, dog, Donald Trump won the presidency. Like, it's crazy. It's wild just seeing him, like, basically like the first term, bro. It was like every day, every week, it's a new scandal. It's a new, you know, something new to talk about Trump. Instead of letting Trump, you care about affordability so much, but yet you're not letting him do his job. Every time, you know, he's implementing something, they're putting in roadblocks, and then you got all of these, you know, Democrat slave pushers who just, you know, go along with it, whatever. Most of them are paid. We know that. All of this information has already came out. A lot of these podcasters and stuff being paid to, you know, agree with everything the Democrats do. Like I said, bro, it's all self-interest. It all comes back to money in one way, shape, or another. It just is power and money. It's crazy, man. So we'll see what happens, man. More than likely, bro, nothing's going to happen to these people. It's just going to be another, you know, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of this news cycle talking about this dumb shit until something else comes along. You know, it might be something Trump says that's crazy or something. Who knows? But all I know is it's a lot of things that's going on domestically that needs to be handled, man. And more importantly, bro, I just really think, honestly, the best thing for America is for Republicans and Democrats to actually come together on shit. To be honest, like, I don't see what's wrong with that. Like, this is why I say, this is why you know it's not about America and Americans and doing what's right for the people. Because if that was the case, they would just come together on these issues. All right, look, Obamacare sucks. Democrats and Republicans have agreed on this. You know, a lot of these ones that get up there, they'll say, "Oh no, it's the best thing since sliced bread," but we know that Obamacare sucks. So why not come together with a solution? Donald Trump, they say, "Oh, Donald Trump doesn't have no solution." Donald Trump has a solution to everything. That's why he did the tariffs. You know what I mean? That's why he's got ICE out here locking illegal immigrants up. That's why he closed the border. Every single thing that Donald Trump ran on, he did, including the Epstein files. Was it late? Was it a little too late? Of course. But I just don't think that was a major issue when you're trying to stop wars, you're trying to get the prices down, you're trying to make deals. I don't think Donald Trump, and knowing that he knew, Democrats knew that he wasn't even in the files at all anyway. Well, I'm not going to say at all, you know, but, you know, in that way that they're trying to make it seem like he is. So it's just a bunch of shenanigans, bro. It would just be so much more productive and better if they actually came together with real solutions, though. That's my thing. Fuck all of this trying to get the, you know, federal tax dollars to fund every single thing in America, bro. That's not going to work at all. Honestly, we need to slash half the government, slash all of these bullshit foreign projects, slash all of it. It's all a waste of money, and it's not even helping. It's not even helping. Look at the Board of Education. We spend the most money on school per pupil, however you want to put it, right? You got the dumbest motherfuckers in America. Motherfuckers stupid. Ain't got no education. Dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? So it's not working. We're paying people so much money for a program that doesn't work. And that goes for many of these programs. So it's got to be cut. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We can't just keep funding things that aren't working and just keep throwing money at it and expecting it to, you know, poof, and something great's going to come out of it. That's not how things work, bro. That's not how it works. And that's why I can't wait till this one big beautiful bill to go into effect, because it's a lot of good things in it. There might be some bad things in it. I didn't go through the whole entire bill. I just care about things that I know is going to benefit me as an individual. And I know it's going to benefit you too if you look at it the way I do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can't wait till it does, because it's going to be a lot of people that's going to voluntarily leave the country. And it's going to free up American tax dollars that can go into things that's hopefully productive, bro. We'll see. You know, I can't wait to see things actually get affordable again and just get back to somewhat normal, bro. There's so much goofy shit going on with... There's so much, bro. I don't even want to get into it. It's dumb. It's so much. It's so dumb, bro. The things that we are even putting energy into in America, bro, it's embarrassing. To be honest with you, it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like, you go to these foreign countries, and I'm ending with this. You go to these foreign countries, bro, and you ask them, like, you know, and I don't even want to, I hate to bring this up, but it's just the truth, bro. You go to most of these foreign countries and ask them about, you know, can a man be a woman and a woman be a man? They'll look at you like you crazy, bro. You're like, what? But in America, we have come to a point where they're changing definitions to things. They're, you know, trying to tell children that if you're a girl, you could be a boy. Like, come on, bro. It's one thing to do what you do in your personal time. But it's a whole nother thing when you're actually trying to manipulate the youth into believing these things. That, to me, is demonic. And it's just, hey, that's my opinion on it. But anyway, man, hope you enjoyed the show for today. Yo, had a decent amount of y'all sticking in there with me. Yo, I appreciate it, for real. I really do, yo. That's why the energy was up. I was smiling the whole video. I really, truly do appreciate you, man, for real. Make sure you hit that like button if you didn't hit that like button. Also hit the share and the subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy go live. This your boy SL550. This is the Never Gonna Lose Again podcast. Until next time, I'm out.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
a poor man prayers.
Every man bleeds,
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. Yeah, I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again.